but they shot the guy, I think it was twice.
We have one more clip from Alex. We'll play the final clip.
Hey guys, it's
pull it up. All right, go ahead and play it.
You have a theme tonight.
Hey guys, it's me, Alex Stein. I just want to say, this has been a terrible meeting. I mean, it's been so boring. I just listen to all these people drone on. And let me tell you something, Jennifer. I love big booty Latinas. So I sit here and I see, yes, I love.
You are out of line.
Well, I can't say I love big booty Latinas. How do you figure that?
That
Wait, how is that
first response?
So my First Amendment right, I'm allowed to say I like big booty Latinas. How is that a crime? Is that because you're a big booty Latina?
That is the second time.
Wait, how is that?
You have a comment
No, I do have a comment about technology, but you're yelling at me because I'm talking about big booty Latinas. Like, listen, AOC is my favorite big booty Latina. You're my second favorite big booty Latina. So don't get all, butthurt about that. I still think you're a beautiful lady. Little thick, but I like them thick. I mean, I don't want some skinny mini girl. I want somebody that has some cushion for the pushing. You know what I mean, Jennifer? So this is the problem: is the tech here in New York City? It's absolutely ridiculous. Now my wife has got her OnlyFans on mycity.com. She's on MyCity showing her vagina for like $5.99 a month. And I know that you could probably make some money.
Look at her.
Yeah, that's at MyCity, Jennifer. What?
I was going to say, no one's removed.
Keep it clean. Well, do you know the First Amendment? I'm allowed, hey, no. See,
Twice already.
do you not understand the First Amendment? I'm allowed to say whatever I want. No, you don't understand the First Amendment. Then I'm allowed to say big booty Latina.
Have him run it.
Big booty Latina is not a crime to say that, officer. But this guy is such a dummy. He doesn't understand. It's not a crime. I can go to a meeting. I can call him a dummy. I can call you a big booty Latina. I can call you an idiot. I can call you a mask wearer, probably 5 times vaccinated. And I know you're probably going to get my.
Oh my God.
I can say all that.
Oh my God.
I'm a pimp on a blimp. Y'all don't understand this. I've sued y'all and I've won.
It's true.
So I can call you a big booty Latina. I can say whatever I want.
Thank you.
Primetime 99. Yeah, y'all gonna own the law. I'm a pimp on a blimp. Y'all think y'all can play with me? Look me up, Jennifer. Look me up. Pimp on a blimp.
Look me
I
up.
wouldn't waste the data on
Oh,
looking
you
at
want to
you.
waste?
How are you alive?
Not easy. It's not easy. Yeah.
Nice. So explain the big booty Latina thing, because I noticed your girlfriend, I believe she's
He's
white.
not a
She
big
is
booty
white. She is
Latina
white. She's white. She's white.
at all.
I was a bit confused there.
Well, born and raised in Texas, there's a big Spanish culture. I think it goes back to the Battle of the Alamo and remembering what we fought for as Texas citizens. And a lot of you guys probably don't know about Santa Anna and the Mexican-Texas Revolution and what America was built on. And it was built on this battle for Texas against the Mexicans, and we won. And I feel like Santa Anna killed a lot of our Texas men. And Brian, that pisses me off. I love Sam Houston, Davy Crockett, rest in peace, Davy Crockett. So I feel like the best way to help my ancestors like Davy Crockett is to take all their sexy women and keep them here in America and just make their men, deport their men, and they're stuck being gay or whatever, and then we have all their beautiful women. I think that is just revenge for what they did to some of my Texas brethren.
Go off, King.
Wow. Any reactions? You seem to be a little distressed by what Alex is saying. Do you have a response to?
This is cringe.
You just cringe?
Okay, come on. What's more cringe, though? Like the fact that you have kids and you are a porn star? I mean, isn't that
How
more
do you
cringe?
know I have kids?
Because you said your favorite thing is being
I
a
never
mom.
said anything about. Oh yeah.
You did say
Do you
that.
have
You're talking
kids?
about her kids.
No,
Do you
you're
have
like,
kids?
I love
I have
being.
one.
You're like, I love being a mom. I don't think there's anything, and I'm not even trying to like attack you right now to start that, but like, you want to call that cringe? Yeah, I know every joke is not going to be the funniest joke, but literally, you are a porn star, and imagine how cringe it is for your kid to have to talk to other kids about what their mommy does for work. You don't think that's a little more cringe?
I'm pretty sure they're not talking about that at 9 years old.
Oh, you don't think that comes out?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You really don't? You're that naive? You don't think that comes up that mommy does this? You don't think the
You
other?
think that-
You don't think the other parents know?
Oh, absolutely. A lot.
Yeah.
of
So
people,
so if other parents know, you don't think they're telling their kids? Oh,
we talk about it.
Yeah. So you don't think that comes up?
No.
But do you talk to your child about
Yes,
what you do, and
absolutely,
you
yeah.
explain it in an
Yeah.
age-appropriate way?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's cringe. I couldn't imagine like my mom being, a porn star. I think that is actually cringe. Like looking at a joke and not finding it funny. Yeah, sure. I mean, you can say that's cringe, but I mean, it just takes
Right,
a lot
but
of
also
guts.
you grew up very differently, right?
What?
Like you grew up like silver platter, right?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm a pimp on a blimp. Yeah, I mean, I'm not broke. I didn't grow up that hard, but I don't. Who cares about how we grew up? I'm saying you said something's cringe, and I look at you and I'm like, listen, I want to be respectful, but I think what you're doing is probably the most cringe thing and most disrespectful thing you could do to your child. Having a mom that every other parent is going to sit there and they're all going to gossip about how this mom does this sex work and this and that, and I think it puts your kid in an unfair advantage, and it probably makes them have a lot of cringe conversations.
But do you think don't you think by providing a life for her kid, she's really doing her child the best service she could?
I
mean, I understand that people gossip and are
applaud, yeah.
judgmental, but she's out there earning a good living for her kid, and cringe on like a joke level and cringe on someone's livelihood and being a mom, it's kind of apples and oranges, don't you think?
Yeah, but everybody has their price. So it's like, I mean, you're trying to provide for your kid, and I understand that's hard, but you're selling your soul in the process. You know, it's like is the juice worth the squeeze? So it's like, yes, you have money, but like guys are literally using you as like a sex doll, and basically, like when it comes down to it, like when it comes to sex work. You are a prostitute. You're getting paid to do this. And I don't think any girl grows up wishing, oh, I want to be a prostitute one day. Or I don't think any child's like, I'm happy my mommy's a prostitute. And I'm not saying this as an attack on you. I'm just saying as an objective fact that that's a tough situation to be in as a child, having your mom that's a prostitute.
I think it could totally depend, though, like depending on how good of a mother you are. I know when I was in middle school, I went to school with a couple kids whose mother was a porn star, and she was very bad at, like, he told me at one point that he came home and his mom was recording porn in the house, and he walked into it. Those kids were also selling cocaine and jerking off on the bus at school and like sticking their appendage in vending machines and getting expelled. So hope their mother, and that was once they got to high school. So like, as long as you're not
Why are you
affecting
like,
your
nodding
children's...
to that? Are you like agreeing
No,
with
no,
that?
I said Jesus. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
that's extreme. And I'm sure that's not the kind of mother you
No,
are.
absolutely
But there's
not, no.
definitely situations where
You
it
think
can
if your
get
mom's a
bad.
porn star, you don't put your penis in a vending machine. You think they would learn where to stick it. But yeah, and I mean, once again, I do agree that, like, maybe a woman, she's trying to provide for herself. Like, is there something, I guess, maybe admirable for a mom providing for a kid?
Yes.
Yeah, I do think so. But as a kid, I would guarantee that they would rather their mom be poor and work a normal job than have a little bit of money and be a prostitute. And that's just how I honestly feel. But hey, listen, we're all trying to make a living. We're all struggling to make ends meet. I'm not gonna fault you on that, but yeah, I do some cringe stuff on the internet, but at least I literally don't let men ejaculate on me for
But you're also projecting, in fairness, your own viewpoint about sex work.
I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
your
I don't really have any response.
Okay.
Like, he's entitled to whatever opinions that he has.
How do you explain that to a 9-year-old? Because you said
Yeah,
you
how do you-
explain that in a child way.
Yes. So my daughter, she has parental restrictions on everything, but she does have a cell phone. She does have an iPad. It is through the Apple software that she cannot even make calls or receive calls unless I personally put the contact into her phone. Same thing with searching the internet. Anything that's beyond G rated, it won't even come up. So, we sometimes are looking on my phone, like Instagram or whatever, and maybe a Britney Spears pops up dancing all crazy and showing her tits, whatever, right? And my daughter says something like, "Oh, wow, that's crazy." That's, or the girls on TikTok bouncing up and down, making faces, whatever. So I just explained to her that what I do for work is much worse than that, and that at some point she will have a problem with what I do, and that I don't promote what I do for work, because it is very degrading, very demeaning. And I would never encourage young women to do what I do for work.
Well, and so that is kind of a big statement. Like, you wouldn't even want your own child to do the same work that you do.
No, of course not.
But this is one thing, and this is not an attack against you, but there is a documentary called Hot Girls Wanted. If you're interested, people should watch it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not an expert in the porn business, but in that documentary, it does talk about how most girls have a short career. So, and it's because the industry is very, challenging, to say the least. it sounds like you've had kind of a longer career. Like, why do you think that is, instead of being like the typical person that goes in and out?
So I've taken breaks. I started in 2013 when I was 18 years old, and the way that I kind of started, out was much different than how most people get recruited into that industry. Like what you're referring to, the Hot Girls Wanted. I know the people that were in that
It's like
as
a
well.
Craigslist ad.
Yeah, that's like completely different from what I experienced. So for me, it was more like a community, and it was more like an educational thing. I started out at kink.com at the Armory in San Francisco. So starting out there on like a very, very professional level, it was much more about consent. It was much more about safety. It was much more about acting. It was much more about pushing boundaries and like, what are you okay with? What are you not okay with? And I only did solo and girl content for several years. Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever do a normal job?
No. I have had normal jobs. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, what are you gonna do when you age out of porn?
I don't really think that aging out is a thing.
There are like all kinds of fetishes probably, so I guess
Yeah.
as long as you're willing to get naked, you could probably
I guess so.
make a little money. But why continue to do porn and not transition to OnlyFans?
OnlyFans is like this new generation, and eventually I am going to kind of transition to that. But as of right now, I'm just, getting back into the community and like kind of seeing where things are at now.
You don't have to tell us because obviously it's very private, but like, do you make that much money doing porn?
I mean, yeah, you can make a lot of money.
Wow. Because I thought it's like, it's like in that documentary, people think you get paid a lot, but it's really like $3,500 or something.
Right.
Is that really what it is? Like,
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
$5,000 bucks.
Yeah.
So, like, would you ever consider doing something more discreet rather than like doing the porn?
And you mean like escorting or?
Yeah, it's just something that not many people would recognize you for.
So I have had like BDSM clients in the past, but not escorting. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I just want to know, how come you're not doing that anymore, or are you still doing it?
Taking BDSM clients?
Just anything discreet.
Oh, there's like a level of safety that goes along with that, right? So, I mean, if people are like referring me to someone that they have like a good rapport with, then that could be fine. But for the most part, no. Right?
I mean, you could do it out of like, say, those rub and tugs or whatever. I know that.
Oh, right. Something like that. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some safety there. I
Right.
do know some people who work in those.
I mean,
Right,
you
right.
must like it though, right? I mean,
yes, like
Like,
to some
you have to
degree.
get
yeah,
some sort of
absolutely.
sexual gratification
Yeah,
from it.
absolutely, yeah.
because that's the
yeah.
only way you'd want to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that to be like, a dickhead. I'm just saying it's,
I mean, do you like having sex?
yeah, but I mean, I don't like being like, pooped on or, I mean, what's the crazy?
I've
like,
never been shit
I
on.
know, but you've probably done some crazy stuff.
I actually haven't done anything that crazy.
Really? Well, I mean,
I just told you it's like
I'm
girl
just saying,
fetish
like,
for a very long
you know
time,
how it
so.
starts. Once again, I keep referencing that documentary, but it starts like, oh, you're just having sex with one guy, and then all of a sudden it's like
Right.
10 midgets and like a donkey. That's what they say.
What porn are you watching?
Yeah.
I'm watching the documentary. It's called Hot Girls Wanted, and they explain this.
He
like
thinks
how-
I'm getting shit on and
You
fucked
should
by
watch
10
nugget porn.
donkeys.
Well,
or
that's what
whatever.
they say. Like, that's what I think they do want you to get. Well, that's like how it starts like softcore, and then it goes into like hardcore. So there is levels to like the stuff they want you to do.
It's interesting, like how uneducated you are about just. the
I'm not a
industry in
porn
general.
expert. I agree,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
But you make these statements like that I'm going to get fucked by 10 donkeys or something.
No, I was trying to just I make a joke about
That's hilarious.
about this slippery slope.
It
How
escalates.
Cringe. Again,
How it
cringe.
starts with how you're having sex with one person.
Cringe, again.
Have you ever done a gangbang?
No, I've never. Have you?
No.
Well, you're the one watching the 10 donkeys or whatever.
I didn't watch that. I'm just trying to get
You're the
an
one that knows about it.
analogy.
I didn't even know about
midgets.
that, so.
Okay, listen, I love how you're trying to act like all naive, even though you're the sex worker, you're the prostitute, like you've never heard a joke
And what are you
about-
acting like then?
I'm just calling it balls and strikes. Like, you're a sex worker, and I'm not like trying to even take shots. It's just, it is what it is. Like, I'm not even trying to take shots, but I think you're being naive if you don't think like in porn they make you do weird stuff sexually. I think that is very common in porn.
Do you feel like you're well compensated for the work that you do?
Somewhat, yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. Do you think what bracket does your job end up putting you in terms of like lower, middle, upper kind of class?
Currently middle class, because I don't work very often. I only shoot like maybe 2 or 3 scenes a month. So yeah, I don't really work very much.
So, but you also said like that you like it, right? That you wouldn't
do,
do anything.
yeah.
But then you also said that you feel like it's degrading, demeaning
It can
work.
be because people think that about you. That's the reason
what do
why.
you- I
But
mean,
that's the degrading
That's the
part.
degrading
The way
part.
people
Is the
judge
way
you.
people are uneducated
You don't
about what
feel
I do.
degraded by the work.
No.
Yeah,
No,
how am I
very professional.
But I'm confused. How am I uneducated? Like, I know what you do. You have sex on camera. I mean, what?
So you
how,
think that's an educated statement?
how much more
than-
education do I need to know that you?
I don't know, 10
you
donkeys, 10
You
donkeys.
lay on your back and you have sex. I mean,
With
it's not
donkeys.
that
No,
No, it's
complicated.
10 midgets.
was-
and a
10
donkey.
midgets and a donkey.
What
Sorry.
was the specifically uneducated statement that you claim,
He thinks
Alex?
I'm having sex with 10 midgets and a donkey.
No, I was just.
Isn't that just hyperbole?
Yeah, I was just
joking.
literally being hyperbolic. But
Hilarious.
But you can turn, like,
But
if they
I
want you to
was,
do something, you can turn it down,
I-
right?
I-
Like, you have
Absolutely.
that option.
100%.
I had stepped away there momentarily, and I was very irked by the fact you guys were bullying my friend here, Alex. So I heard something from you though. You said that you're giving a criticism towards Alex's criticism towards her involvement in porn. What was your objection there?
Specifically, just that
Yeah.
she's earning. I mean, I felt
Okay, what about drug dealers?
protective.
Are you fine with that?
About what?
Drug dealers who sell drugs to minors.
No,
anybody
I
for
am
that
not
matter.
fine with drug dealers selling
But they're
drugs
just
to
they're
minors.
just
Same shit for
trying.
me.
They're just trying to, provide for their family. And their
Okay,
kids.
fair enough. But I would have a problem with her having sex with minors
Well,
on
okay,
film.
now
I mean,
we're
I'm not
getting-
okay with
Consumer
anyone
content.
harming minors in any
Okay,
way.
well, here, let me
Yeah.
ask a super simple question. Overall, in general, is porn good for society or bad?
Bad.
Well, that's for you.
I mean, I can kind of see, I don't have a black and white answer to that. I don't think porn is all bad for society. That's my opinion.
On a balance of, the totality.
On the balance, I would say it's probably not great in that it's highly addictive. It can be really hard on relationships.
What about the actual women who are in the industry? Is it bad for them too?
I think it can be, but I do
can
know.
be,
Well,
sure.
I know women that feel very empowered by their jobs who are sex workers.
Being a prostitute is empowering?
I think if somebody tells me that they feel empowered in their life, then I'm going to believe them. It wouldn't be my personal choice,
Do you feel empowered?
No.
Well,
but she's not every sex worker. I mean,
I feel like a lot of sex workers put on that facade that,
maybe,
I'm so empowered by this.
But I'm not going to I'm not going to paint a broad brushstroke and assume that every single person doesn't have any agency in the job that they choose.
But I mean, if we want like a cohesive, strong society, high trust society, like, look, I understand porn is legal. Like, there's no dispute there. It's currently out there. But I mean, if practically speaking, I don't think you can come away from looking at porn and think overall, on a balance of everything in totality, that it's an overall good force in the world.
Okay, that's fair. But do you think all porn should be gone? Like, you think anyone using porn that it's necessarily a bad? I mean, I know a lot of people that they use porn in their relationship. They use porn in moderation. They don't have a problem with it. If 2 consenting adults are looking at porn that's made by consenting adults, I don't even watch porn, so I'm not here to like champion porn, nor am I saying there aren't probably like oppressive components that aren't good for women. I'm not trying to be the poster child of porn. Sure. But I don't know. I know a lot of people that porn's a part of their sex life, and it's not it doesn't seem to be hurting anyone.
Well, I mean, if you had a female client who came to you and said, my boyfriend, he watches porn, he's not addicted, but he watches it and it displeases me, would you say there's something wrong that the boyfriend is doing there?
No. I would not. But what I would say is what I would say as the person's therapist, as the couple's therapist, is that if it's a problem for you, it's a problem for the relationship. I'm not there to like kind of get people to see it my way.
I see.
And my husband, I don't think he's a big consumer of porn. I mean, maybe he's watching right now and laughing that this is what I think. But like if he
What if he's masturbating right now?
I mean, he could be. He could be.
Watching porn.
I would like not be mad, actually. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think if porn were interfering with our sex life, or if and I have dated someone who's a porn addict, so I am sensitive to it in that sense. Plus, I have worked with many, many couples where one partner is a sex addict or recovering sex addict, so I know it can be very, very destructive.
But I mean, ultimately, though, the genesis of this conversation started when she was calling Alex cringe for making some jokes. And then, for his job, I guess. He's cringe for his job? What was the framing?
The big booty Latino.
It wasn't even about that. It was
And then he's like, well, hold on.
Staged.
Who are you to speak? Alex is like, who are you to speak?
That wasn't staged. It was a real
It
protest.
seemed so staged.
But
that was the only reason I said it was
real
cringe.
counsel.
Real
counsel.
That was a real counsel.
No. I mean the protest.
Well, it was real, but
That's
whatever.
right.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
That seems like a lot of effort to do like a 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna hire a bunch of Mexicans
To pretend to beat the fuck out of me.
I mean, I guess you could get away with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, anyways, maybe we'll move off of the meta conversation there. But you called him cringe. He called you cringe for
That's okay.
being a porn star. I mean,
It's
that's.
cringe.
I think that's fair
It's
game.
cringe.
That's fair game.
It's disgusting and cringe.
You know, to
What-
be cringe is to make money, and to make money is to be free.
Yeah, and some things are cringe, you know. I mean, it is, I guess it's life, you know. And everybody has different perspectives. Like what some people might think is cool, some other people might think is cringe. So yeah,
I happen to think it's funny.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
I
think
thought
it's
it was
funny.
hilarious.
Some
I think
people
it's
do.
funny.
I appreciate
And
that.
it takes balls too.
Yeah, it
I
really
think it's
does.
funny too.
And not everybody has to think it's funny. And listen, you know, people obviously have, share the same sentiment as you. So it is what it is. I'm not worried about that. I just thought it was funny. You're like, oh, cringe. And I'm like, but I don't even know why you're that cringe. Because like, I doubt you're not like that political. Like,
No.
Is it because
That's
all
why-
the big
that's
booty
why it's
Latinas are taking all your work?
Yeah, is that why you're threatened by anybody else?
Yes, exactly.
They work harder. The ladies work
Exactly.
harder for half the money
Yes.
too. Literally, that's why the illegals are taking over the
They're
porn
taking over.
industry.
It's actually really damaging the porn
I wonder
industry.
how many illegal immigrants are in porn.
None. We have very strict rules on identification.
Like a
and
green
everything.
card, though?
No, you
Like-
have to have a United States passport. You
Really?
have to have your identification.
to make
you
sure
have
you're
to.
like over 18.
Yeah, over 18.
And then they
that
take
makes
like
sense.
consent videos, everything. I'm surprised we didn't do that here.
We
actually.
have some messages here from Pasty George. Really quick though, I think let's pull up my tweet. It was the final thing on this. Again, I guess I'm on board with this. My final thing tweet: we will allow illegal immigrants if they are female pole vaulters. Pathway to citizenship now. So I feel like me and Alex here have a lot in common. Anyways, we do.
We have spirits.
A message from the government of Canada. Pasty George donated $200.04. Big booty Latinas. LMFAO. Awesome. Alex is the boss.
Pasty George, thank you, man. Appreciate the chat. You have a few more coming through. Sorry for the delay on these. We were in the midst of heated exchange.
Things haven't even gotten hot yet.
Oh, we can.
I know. Things are about to get
We got
hot.
the main topic coming up in just a moment. 2 hours in.
A message from the government of Canada.
Thank you, George.
Pasty George donated $200.04. Alex is 1000% correct. The American Constitution guarantees the right to free speech. However, certain groups are slowly censoring and overwriting specific rights in America. It's time to wake up.
I agree.
The whole
We all
no
need to wake
kings
up.
movement. I love the fact that it's like no kings, but kings when it comes to, their political stance and the way that,
Was anybody at the protest?
I was there. Yeah. I got
work.
attacked at that one too.
Does that work?
But the No Kings protest, even though I don't really agree with what their their messages, but I actually agree with the right to protest. So I feel like more people should get politically involved and go if they're passionate about something. Oh, you don't like that? I feel like you should go and get involved.
We're in the matrix, So
It's all fake and gay, kinda.
I think that the political system is just to keep us divided because
That is true.
The top 1% are all going to Epstein's Island, so they're just trying to distract us so that they can do what they would like. Our lives are just pawns.
I do agree that we have a uniparty where both sides are in on it at the end of the day. So it's really hard to navigate that when that's what they try to do. They try to make it left versus right, and most people are like in the middle. And so that's why like Donald Trump, I think, did well, because even if like a lot of people don't like him, he is a populist at the end of the day. Like he does want to be liked by the left, even though I know the left doesn't like him. So I think if there was another like populist candidate, more people would get behind him, because that's probably where more people are, in the middle.
Yeah.
A message from the government of Canada.
Pasty George donated $200.04.
Thank you, Pasty.
Any child gets negatively affected once he or she discovers their mother was or still is a porn star or a girl. Boys are particularly affected, especially when their classmates and friends find out.
Yeah.
True. True.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like if my mom was, you know, shooting porn and my friends are like, "Hey, I just saw your mom butt ass naked getting plowed by some guy on the internet." I would just be like, "Mom, what the hell?"
Do you acknowledge that it's, to her point, like it's kind of suboptimal, at least for the kids?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good thing.
And like I think your kid is gonna love you no matter what your job is. So it's not like it really affects the way that your kid loves you, but it just puts an unnecessary burden on them or on their peers. That's where I'm like, because like you said, they're 9, they might not be talking about it, but I know those other parents are, and those guys are sharing, and they all have group chats, and they're all like, I'm cranking my hog, blah, 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 and being nasty. And I can only imagine that like the other kids might hear it, or they might make jokes like that. And once again, it's just an awkward situation. And, you know, that really, the word cringe kind of makes me think about, like, imagine your kid hearing from another parent about your job. Like, that has to be a very challenging situation.
Kids also find out about stuff like that way earlier than you think they do.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents are really naive and think their kids are kind of dumb when kids find out.
And the moms, like the wives, are not going to like it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think they're
'cause
gonna,
husbands are going to be watching.
yeah, they're going to be threatened.
I think that overall we need to focus on not raising snowflake children, though, so that they can take a little bullying. You know, a little bullying builds character for sure.
Yes.
Well, like, and I was thinking about, you know, Brian, because do I want to outlaw all porn? Because I think we should go back to kind of like the idea when it was like Playboy magazine.
Yes,
where it was just
good clean
boobs
porn.
and no ejaculate, no spreading. You know, it's just maybe like there's something beautiful about a woman's butt cheek, but we don't need her to like spread it and have like, you know, what did you like 10 midgets near it? You know what I mean? Like, there's something beautiful about the female.
She
form.
has not done the 10 midget.
Yeah, but it's coming. It's coming. Wait till she's over the hill, and that's when the midget stuff happens.
Oh, so if I went into porn, I'd be stuck with the midgets at my age. That's all I'm getting paid for.
We have another chat here
A
from
message from the government of
Pasty
Canada.
George.
Pasty George donated $200.04. Chef 5, you are a porn star, which is the most degenerate, degrading job any woman could do. What do you expect people to think? If you want respect as a human being, then start acting like one.